Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The first carry down. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mark Barron. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Over!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at about the 32. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Alex Okafor in there to get him for a loss of 5. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go now. Back to throw now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. I think he's going to have his first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram, 29 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll run here with John Kelly. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, it's Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Rolling to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Gone. He's to the 10. And is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw on second down is gone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. On play action, they'll throw. Airing it out for Olsen. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. first down. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there from 21 yards away. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now gone. And got a man. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Going for the deep ball. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll look to throw here. And Olsen over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19. A give. This is Kamara. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, pull down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
So we come upon halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
17.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Fighting to stay upright inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there, Goff to Cup, and even 50 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. Well, I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glad.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 77 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert! 120! Shell!
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 77 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kelly. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's Goff. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. John Kelly taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from him, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. Wide open receiver, complete. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Back now in Los Angeles. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The tackle there by John Johnson. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They run it again with Kamara, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. First throw now for the backup Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, pushed their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check. Harbaugh. Super 66.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 67 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
17. Got 180. Hey, 5.
Out of the gun. Gone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there from 6 yards away. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second down is gone. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey. 4 down. Hey, lift.
From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now Goff. Flush to his right. Shakes off the... And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Louis. Shell. Value three.
Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. Room here to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, gone. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. Muscles by at the 25. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Value three.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff escaping the pressure right. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Getting into the playoffs is one thing now.